Welcome to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. I'm your host, Chris Daly, and each week I will be talking with head coach Teresa Lentz from the Calallen Wildcats softball team. We will jump in right after these messages. We definitely want to thank our title sponsor, Shocker Wildlife Resources. Yes, Anthony Trevino at Shocker Wildlife, they do it all. Ranch and wildlife management. They do helicopter surveys, harvest data management, wildlife management plans, water distribution, prescribed burns, consulting, feeding programs. If you have a ranch, you need Shocker Wildlife Resources as your consultant. You can reach them by reaching out to Anthony Trevino, 361-850-0609. Yes, call Anthony Trevino at 361-850-0609. If you have a ranch, you definitely need to know Anthony. Caliber Collision understands how much you depend on your vehicle. Let their repair experts help you get back to what's most important. Caliber Collision and Caliber Auto Glass specialize in happy customers, expert repairs, and most importantly, restoring the rhythm of your life. That's Caliber Collision. You can find them at caliber.com. All right, everybody join me in welcoming Coach Teresa Lentz from the Calallen Wildcats softball team to the show. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, you know, I get to talk sports with coaches in Texas. What could be better?
That's awesome.
Right? So first off, I have to congratulate you. I know we've talked about it off air, but congratulations on the back-to-back state championships. What a huge thing that is.
Thank you. Thank you.
So talk to me about who you have returning from that team, because, expectations are high, but gosh, that's a tough nut to crack to go for the three-peat.
Yes, we lost 5 seniors, and they were starters, so that's definitely going to take a cut from our team as far as experience and what they were bringing to our success. So with that being said, I mean, we still have a lot of amazing players that are still with us, and I would even say very talented players that were learning from those girls last year. They had a few opportunities to to play. They weren't solely just bench warmers. By all means, they were very, very, very talented girls, and which in my opinion made us even better, because iron sharpens iron, and in practice we're just pushing each other, and I would truly believe if you have somebody playing a position, but you have somebody behind you that's pretty dang good, it's going to push you to be better. Rather that's in practice, game, however. So I think, we have some girls that would have started at any other school, but because here and we had the experience we did in front of them, they probably didn't get to see the opportunities as they possibly would if they were somewhere else. And to them, I think they liked that and appreciated that. And I think they're just itching for their opportunity this season to show what they have.
I love that. Well, obviously the pitchers you have to rotate, but other positions, some teams rotate a lot, other teams not so much. How deep into your bench do you go regularly?
We try to. We're very fortunate. We have 2 pitchers that are really, really awesome, and we try to make sure that we split their time as much as possible. Depending we're playing, we'll kind of strategize whose stuff would work better. We have Bianca Gonzalez, who is a senior this year, and she was new to our team last year, so we were kind of getting to know her. But she had 13 wins for us, and yeah. So I mean, she got a lot of time behind the plate. At least we gave her as much time as we could, especially come tournament. So they're in district. It was we're always trying to make sure that we go back and forth with our pitching staff. We have Jordan Thibodeau, who was last year's state MVP, and she had 21 wins for us. and one loss, and had oh gosh, I think her ERA was .933. She did amazing for us last year, and really stepped up in the big games there towards the end, and it was really impressive to see from a sophomore.
Excellent. And what about the other positions? I don't know. You have some that are like, look, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be your first baseman my entire career. I'm not going to get substituted. Kind of the old iron horse, Lou Gehrig kind of mentality. How much do you rotate the other positions?
Well, we're very fortunate to have a lot of athletes, and because we have a lot of athletes, and they know this isn't travel ball, you're not always going to be able to play where you want. So let's play where we need you. And last year, our catcher, Brooklyn Metter, who's a senior this year, who's committed to go to UTSA, will be going to shortstop, and we're lucky and very fortunate that we have another great catcher, Audrina Almaraz, who was in our first year in 2023 when Brooklyn got hurt with her ACL and torn meniscus, stepped up as a freshman to be the catcher, and we won state with her behind the plate. And then last year, Brooklyn was the catcher, and now we're very fortunate to have Audrina stepping up back there behind the plate. And Audrina, she'll do whatever we need her to do, and she's got a cannon of an arm, and she's gonna lead the field from the catcher's position, which she's very good at. And she's gonna step up and do that. Brooklyn's gonna be in a new role playing shortstop. She has a lot of speed and is great moving laterally, so and a wonderful arm. So trying to get her to kind of learn that position the way we need her to kind of, be the captain of the infield and help us kind of get our inexperience to where it needs to be. So that's going to be pretty fun to see. Also at first base, we have BB. We call her BB. Her name's Braylon Bailey. She's a junior, and she's verbally committed to UTA. And I honestly think she's one of the best first basemen in the nation. Like, she's that impressive with her talents and her ability, and I think she is just hitting the surface of what she's going to be capable to do. And I'm excited to see what she'll do this season, her junior year. Last year she had a wonderful season. Not to take it away from her, she had a wonderful season. She hit 500 for the majority of the season. I think she finished around 467 or so, and she had 7 home runs. But honestly, if you saw her in practice, as how well she hit, she can hit more home runs than that. So she's, in my opinion, she's just scratching the surface on what she's capable to do. So excited to see her bring that experience this year for her junior season. And then at second base and third base, we have some girls that have been here that, like I said, haven't maybe had that opportunity, but are definitely good. So we have sophomore Kiana Vargas, who, I think will be great, has a lot of power, a wonderful kid, works hard, does everything she needs to do. And she's gonna show everybody what she has. And at second base right now, we have Kaylee Lopez, who, in my opinion, has been so strong in her head, very mentally tough, working her tail off in the off season, and couldn't be more proud of her and how hard she's worked and where she's at right now. I think it's the fastest and strongest I've ever seen her. And I have no doubt that she's going to come and break through and just show everybody what she has. Not to say any of these positions won't change or could not change in the infield so far, but as of now, this is kind of what I'm seeing. And, things happen. People get hurt and, people quit. All sorts of stuff, weird stuff happens. That's the way the season goes. But I will say we're pretty fortunate and knock on wood on that, we're pretty fortunate to have so many athletes, even behind these ladies that I'm mentioning, that are working in at those positions as well, and seeing what we can do and seeing how they're going to handle this adversity come this Saturday and start of the season.
Love it. So I know, to win a state championship, much less 2 in a row, you've got to be solid in all aspects. But But when opponents think of Calallen softball, do they first think of hitting, pitching, fielding, or base running? What is the feel for Calallen?
I honestly don't know. You would have to ask somebody else. I don't know what people think, but I would imagine that, at least I'd hope to imagine that we're going to have fundamental defense. We're going to have quality at bats, and our pitchers are going to definitely give them some trouble. Rather that's pitching to what they can't hit or hitting their spots. They're definitely not going to be able to feel comfortable at the plate against our pitchers, especially with our pitching coach, with Coach Messina, and how hard she works our pitching staff. We like to take pride in doing the little things right, and I know it shows in the end. Maybe at the beginning it's always a little rough, and that's okay. We like it that way. We want to be our best in the end. So we're fighting. We'll never not fight, or never not give up. And hopefully, people can at least just respect that they're gonna have a good game.
Nice. We also need to thank Downtime Services. Downtime Services offers specialized on-site field machining services that maximize your uptime without sacrificing quality. Their team of expert field machining services technicians will come to you and repair and modify your equipment on-site and on demand. Downtime Services, whatever you need, whenever you need. Find Downtime Services online at downtimeservices.com or call them at 800-900-1256. And another aspect of a great program is a great community around them. Talk about the importance of the Calallen community as far as support for the team.
Oh my gosh. This is my 13th year here, and when I started, we weren't very good. We were really terrible, actually. But the crazy thing is, I guess we've done better than years before. And after my first year, I've never lost so bad in my life. I mean, it was really bad. And handling that loss and those the way we lost and how we lost was a big thing for me to learn how to handle. And I'd be in the hallways and they're like, oh, you're the softball coach. I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I heard y'all did pretty good this year. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, we did terrible. But then, oh, hey, well, good job. Way to go. And just everybody has I want to say kind of like a winning mindset. Just everybody here is, we win. We're going to win. That's just kind of how people think. And, I don't think everybody has that at other schools. It's just the expectation that, Phil Danaher, Coach Chapman, just a lot of great coaches before me have instilled in this community. And it's in the kids when they're in elementary, it's in the kids when they're in middle school. It's in their head that we win. And so it's kind of like in their minds that, it took time for us to get to that point as a program, in my opinion, but collectively it's, as a whole, I can say it's in the kids' heads that we're going to be successful, and we're going to work hard. And once that buy-in is there with the coach and the program here at the school, no matter what the sport, it's the community. I mean, in my opinion, it starts from the community and the parents. And the parents think that way. I mean, everybody's thinking that way, and it's pretty awesome and very rare to see. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and the support that the community has behind the sports is even more. And I would even say it's almost generational, because the parents went to school here, and now their kids are going to school here, and their sons are going to school here, and their daughters are going to school here. And so it means more to them than maybe some other places. And those people that have graduated from here, they give back to here, and they support, in every which way that they can to the community, to the sports, to the girls, to the boys. I mean, it's shown, and it's that too. It's, we're part of Corpus Christi, but we almost have that small town feel.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to have that community backing. And we just got our we're almost done with our turf fields and the bond that was passed. And to get a bond passed and right now is not an easy thing to do. And the community support to support us and tennis and band and baseball was really, really something special. And just another way that our community steps up and supports our programs. And I think our community is I think a big believer in kids need to be active, kids need to be supported, and they need to be involved in the school. And that's what helps students and kids get to handle life later. So it's pretty awesome. It's a different community than normal, but I am so blessed to feel to be here and just feel like people think I've been here my entire life, but I haven't. I wasn't born and raised in Calallen, but God has a reason for everything, and I sure am very, very lucky to be here now.
Amen. And I tell you that Calallen culture is so cool. Because I interact with high schools all over Texas, and I see it in some communities and don't see it in most. But I was talking with a gentleman in Utah the other day, and his first question was, "Hey, have you ever heard of Calallen?" I'm like, "Yes, of course I have." And we went on and chatted for 30 minutes about Calallen football, Calallen softball, you name it. It's real.
Right. Lita Andrews. I don't even know if you know who Lita Andrews is, the winningest basketball women's coach in the state of Texas, if I'm not mistaken. And she won a state championship here, and that legacy she left. And she coached some of the parents that I have. She coached I want to say Braylon Bailey in basketball. So mom. Mm-hmm. So there's a correlation there. I mean that's all feeding into the mindset. So it's really cool and really amazing the coaches that we've had here at Calallen.
I love it. And you mentioned early on that your teams weren't performing like you would like because you were losing games. But by my recollection, it looks like you will likely pass 300 wins with the Wildcats this season. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't think about that stuff. I don't like talking about it. I don't like hearing about it. I don't care. Honestly, it's not anything that I like to think about. It kind of distracts from where I think my mind needs to be, which is in the moment and about the girls and our team. And so it's special. I definitely don't want to take anything away from it, but I definitely you coach. I don't coach to be the best coach. I mean, that's kind of weird. I don't even play. I've played already. I've done everything I wanted to do in the sport. There's nothing that I need to prove to anybody. I've already. I just needed to do what I need to do and play the game and prove it to myself of what I could do. And I'm very happy about that. And I think the game is a very special game, softball. It can give you so much, and it gave me a lot. And I want these girls to take as much as they can from this game and more, and enjoy it, have fun with it, and see where it takes them. And it can take them all over the world if they want it to. It can have them open doors for them in ways they've never seen. So that excites me more. And it's awesome. The softball community is a small community, smaller than you think, especially once you get out of it and start going around the state and the nation. So it's pretty awesome, and that's kind of how I like to think about it. But I'm definitely proud of the girls who came before the season, and there's a lot of buy-in and sacrifice and hard times to achieve what they achieved and to do what they've done. And I definitely don't want them to go unnoticed for all their hard work. So it's been fun. It's been really fun.
Definitely. And finally, Coach, focusing on this season, you've got a couple weeks before regular season starts. What is the focus for you and the team in these last couple weeks?
Well, it's trying to help us get our feet settled, trying to get the girls to feel a little bit more comfortable in positions they might not have been in, and being able to handle the game as it comes and getting them the reps they need to feel that comfortable. And so when they're playing, they look a little bit more comfortable and settled in. And it ain't going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty, but we're going to hopefully learn and get better every day. And that's kind of what we always want to do is learn and get better every day. And there's something special about this team in the fact that they can accept that and they will work. They will work and no questions asked, and they're going to work. And I'll be honest, that's exactly what we need right now is kids that are able to just buy in, grind and work out and do whatever we need to do to be where we need to be. And they know we're not going to be perfect. We won't be perfect, but we're going to learn from our mistakes, and we're going to learn from our mistakes faster than the person next to us or team next to us. And that's something that I think we take pride in. And our motto for this year is branded in the grind, and branded in the grind in the fact that that's what our program does. We work. And if you look at the kind of like some of the old interviews from the state championships, almost every time they interview somebody, they're like, "Oh, we practiced that. We worked so hard." Like, how did y'all do it? We worked so hard, Well, we were prepared for that. The girls are pushed, and they're definitely knowing that if you want something in life, you're gonna have to work your tail off, and if you want it that bad, you're gonna have to go get it, and if you want it, you can have it. It's just a matter of how hard you want to work to achieve it, and you've got to stay together, and you've got to be selfless to do it. It's not about one person or another person. It's about the team. And that's one thing I love about this sport. It's a very humbling sport. There's a lot of failure that goes into it. And if you're able to handle that, which is pretty impressive for teenagers to handle, and it doesn't all happen, they don't learn it all at once. It takes time. It's a life lesson that is invaluable.
Excellent. Well, Coach, I am so looking forward to speaking with you as the season goes on and sharing the story of the girls as they progress, the team as it wins. And, I'm sure there'll be some missteps along the way, and we'll talk about those too.
Yes. No. I'm excited. I'm excited to have this opportunity to speak with you and to kind of talk about our girls and the other girls. I didn't even get to talk about everybody that's coming, but hopefully we'll have more shows to do that. And this is kind of new and exciting. And so thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity.
Hey, once again, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. Please share, subscribe, get the story out about this amazing program, these amazing girls, and don't forget to go out, fill the stands, and support your Calallen Wildcats. Hey coaches, did you know we're now offering shows for all sports? That's right, whether it's basketball, volleyball, softball, baseball, football, soccer, you name it, we've got you covered. If you're looking for a way to showcase your program, promote your players, and highlight the amazing things happening with your team, our coaches shows are the perfect solution. Plus, our business model lets you or your booster club raise money while building excitement and support for your program. Don't miss the opportunity to take your team's story to the next level. Find out how you can get your very own coaches show. Reach out to Chris at 713-269-4620 today. That's 713-269-4620 because every team deserves the spotlight.